What's happening, everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Today, Leinenkugel's India Pale Lager IPL. So, Leinenkugel sometimes gets knocked on out there, I know, in the beer world, but I figured I'd go ahead and check it out. I ended up picking up a variety pack a while back, and this was one of the beers that was inside of it. So I wanted to go ahead and just give it a go. Technically, it's not a craft beer because of the ownership around it, but, you know, it is a beer, so let's take a look at it to see what this one actually may offer. Sometimes you'll find other beers that are pretty tasty that aren't craft beers, so I'm not usually a huge Leinenkugels fan because I'm not a shandy person, but they do some other beers that I have found decent over the years that weren't shandies. Something like their Big Eddie, which is a nice imperial Russian ale as well, and some of their other ones they kind of branched out with, the Snowdrift and Ale Porter isn't too bad, and some of their other type beers. So let's go ahead and check this out. But first of all, what do we know about this beer? Well, style-wise, it's considered to be an Imperial Pils or Strong Pale Lager. And if you're not familiar with Leinenkugels, they're actually out of Chippewa, Wisconsin. And glassware, they make mention of serving it like in a dimpled mug, footed Pilsner, lager glass, or a Stein. I'm actually going to use like kind of a modified tulip glass here. But the beer itself, their commercial description introducing our family's new Leinenkugel IPL. As in India Pale Lager, everything you love about hops comes through more clearly because it's a lager instead of an ale. We taste tropical, citrus notes, and a little spicy pepper. But give it a try and see what you discover. ABV on this one, 6%, IBU 57. So there we go. And if you're interested about the calories, if you're trying to watch your figure out there, calories, 180 calories. Let's get it open and get it into a glass and see what it has to offer. So there we go. Boom, into the glass. And first thing notice, it does pour out a pretty decent head. That's, we're going to say about a 2.5 finger head there. Yeah, just about almost 3 almost. So 2.5 finger head. Nice, dark amber color, as you can see. Some pretty good clarity. You can see through the other side. Look at all that carbonation taking place there. So lots of lively streaming carbonation. Kind of looks like the Matrix, doesn't it? Look at all them bubbles just rolling up. Neo or Morpheus might jump out, so you better back up. The head itself actually has a decent looking head. Some small bubbles in there, some big bubbles. Pretty respectable. So we'll see if that laces the glass nicely. When I get it to the light, it's actually illuminates some, but it still stays on kind of that darkened copper type color, with all the bubbles just being highlighted a little bit more because of the illumination coming through from the light. But a very decent looking beer. As far as the aroma, I tell you, the aroma is pretty much dead on. I'm getting citrus notes. I'm getting things like the grapefruit, things like the orange, tangerine, things you would look for in typically your IPA. Now, obviously, the IPL is one that's now a hybrid as they merge the ale and the lager together. But I'm getting everything you would expect to have. I am getting some dankness out of there from the hops. Some nice pine scent. And it comes out of glass rather easily. So overall, a pretty nice smelling beer. That's actually not too bad. Got hit up front with bitterness. Back end, a nice crisp break. Nice refreshing action taking place. Sits pretty much as a medium body beer, but not too heavy on the tongue. Pretty palatable. Carbonation is lively, as you saw. You do get that in some of the flavor taking place as well as it sits on the palate. On the back end, dry, crisp. No harshness really. Do feel a little bit of the carbonation going down, but nothing off-putting about it. As you saw there, it was already conditioned before it went to the glass, so don't have to worry about anything being in there. Duration's pretty much an average duration on this one. I do feel the flavors getting off the tongue and around the mouth up into the cheek area nicely. Definitely one you can sit there and actually kick back and relax to this. It's not really a bad beer. And Leinenkugels actually, it's not an expensive beer, so I think a 6-pack is around 7 something. So you can actually save a few dollars with it. Again, they usually try to put a lot of shandies in their things, but some of their packs, I believe, may have only one shandy on their variety. But if you can find some without shandies, that's kind of what I would look for, because I'm not, like I said, a huge shandy person. But if you like shandy at all, you might want to give them a shot. Yeah, that flavor is kicking around nicely in the mouth. Not really too much of an ill effect. I would just say maybe the carbonation is just a little more lively than what maybe it should be, but the lacing is now taking place, and the head is actually hanging around for a good period of time, so it's keeping up a nice appearance for sure. And again, on the flavor, you get those hop, that hop flavor you're looking for that you expect with an IPL. You're getting the taste of kind of that citrus. You're getting a little bit of that bitterness up front, but on the back end, not too bad, not overly bitter. 57 IBU. Yeah, it's going to be more of a hop forward beer, but it's not crazy hop. This is actually one that might be one for someone looking to first get into that IPA or IPL type area. This is one you can maybe ease into it from beers that may have not be as hoppy as this one. But overall, I say a pretty decent beer. If you've had it before, let me know. Put some comments in the comments section. Let me know what you think about it. But yeah, that's the Leinenkugel's IPL. Surprisingly for me, pretty good. Balanced hops, smooth finish. That's what they say in a bottle, and pretty much delivers. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish knocking this one out. Thanks again for swinging by. Check out another video. I look forward to catching you in another one down the line. Hopefully you like what you saw there. And as always, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good jazz. And I usually say keep drinking good craft beers. Kind of broke off of that for this one. But always, support your local craft brewers. I always recommend checking out the craft beers. But occasionally you'll break away just to try something different. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, if it's good beer, drink it. That all being said, cheers. I look forward to seeing you next time.